So, organ systems. Remember that our body has 11 organ systems. Integumentary system, meaning your skin. Skin, your fingernails, or the hair on your skin, we call this integumentary system. Skin, fingernails, or sweat gland, or oil gland on your skin, they are all considered as part of the integumentary system. Cardiovascular system, your heart and the blood vessels. Lymphatic and immune system. Lymphatic system, they are the one that circulate the body fluid. Immune system, they are the one that involve your white blood cell, involve your white blood cell mainly, and antibody. Digestive system, as we know, that is to break down the food that we eat, and also for absorption, and also for excretion. That means your number 2. And then respiratory system, they are mainly your lung, but they also work closely with your cardiovascular system because your lung has a lot of capillaries. Urinary system. Urinary system, mainly the major organ is your kidneys. There's a lot of physiology in the kidneys. And then the rest of the urinary system, they are the output of the kidney is called ureter. Ureter connects kidney to the urinary bladder. And then from the urinary bladder, you will have the urethra. And then urethra, then you will be the output of your urine. And then you have the skeletal system. Skeletal system is mainly your bones. Muscular system. When we talk about muscular system, we mainly talk about your skeletal muscle. That means the muscle on the surface that we can see. Nervous system. We talk about the brain, spinal cord, and also the nerve ending, receptors, other spinal nerve. Endocrine system. We talk about hormones and glands. Endocrine glands like thyroid glands, pituitary glands. Hormone like growth hormone, thyroid hormone, thyroxine. Reproductive system, we talk about ovary, testes, and such. So we have 11 systems. This is the summary or overview of the 11 system. You can look at it yourself. In our course, we will only pick and choose several of them, just a few of them as an overview for the rest of the semester. This will be the last part of your Bio 3A here. Integumentary system. Integumentary system, major part is your skin. Some people said that skin is your largest organ in your body. I mean, not on your body. You have accessory organs, hair, nails, sweat glands, and oil glands. Oil glands has a special name called sebaceous gland. Because, oil glands secrete oil, but oil has another name called sebum. That's why you call it sebaceous gland, sebum. This is oil, this is an arrow, not very sharp. So the function of the integumentary system, is to protect from external trauma, pathogen invasion, and water loss. Because on top of the skin we have keratin, which is a protein. It coats the surface of the skin so that It coats the surface of the skin to prevent water loss. And then it also helps to regulate temperature. If it is too hot, then we will sweat to lower the body temperature. And if it is too cold, then the blood vessels on top of the skin, they will restrict. We call it vasoconstriction, to reduce heat loss to the surrounding. And exposure of sunlight on the skin will also make vitamin D. Your skin also has a lot of sensory receptor. For example, touch receptor. If something is touching you, and then you can feel it. Or if it is some kind of pain receptor, if something that is hurting you, or is that if you hit if there's a needle poking you, then you trigger your pain sensation. You also have temperature sensors there as well. So there skin has two regions. Actually, skin has three regions. Skin has three regions. Actually, I don't know why they said two regions. Skin has three regions. The first region, which is the top part, the outermost part of your skin, we call this epidermis. Epi means on top, dermis means skin, which means on top of the skin. The top part of the skin, the outermost part of the skin. And epidermis consists of stratified squamous epithelium. We learned about this today, just now. So basal cell, that means the lowest layer, the bottom layer of the epidermis. The bottom layer, the lowest layer of the epidermis, they produce new cells. They are actively divided, that means they are under mitosis, so that they can keep on making new cells, so that they can push to the surface, because the surface of the cell, they are dead. So they keep on going to the top, they keep on growing to the top to replace the dead cell on the top. Keratin is a protein, I told you that. It waterproofs the cell so that it keeps the moisture. And then we have melanocyte. Melanocyte, they are the cell that produces pigment, melanin. Melanin is a pigment. Melanin is a pigment that can protect against UV light. Dermis is the middle layer of our skin. Dermis, they have the fibrous connective tissue. They have fibrous connective tissue. They contain collagen. This prevents overstretching and tearing. As a matter of fact, collagen is the one that keeps our skin wrinkle-free. The reason we have wrinkle because as we get older, the fibroblasts in the dermis, they actually stop producing collagen, so that our skin becomes less elastic. Then we will start to have wrinkle on the skin. Or if you go to the beach, if we don't apply sun blocker, then the UV light can also damage or can also kill the fibroblasts. Then you will produce less and less collagen, then making your skin less and less elastic. Then your skin will age early, meaning that you will have wrinkle earlier. Dermis also have elastic fiber that maintain tension, allow stretch, and also it contains blood vessels to provide nutrient to the skin. And most importantly, it also contains a sensory receptor for touch, pain, pressure, and temperature. These, we briefly mentioned it previously. the deepest layer of the skin, we call this subcutaneous layer, or it has another name, we call it hypodermis. Hypo means low. So you have epidermis, which is on top of the skin, and then you have dermis in the middle, and then you have hypodermis at the bottom. Hypodermis, aka subcutaneous. Sub means under, cutaneous means skin. So it is a layer that under skin. What does it mean? Sub means under. Cutaneous is the skin. This layer contains loose connective tissue. Mainly, it has the adipose tissue, adipocyte, contains fat. So how do you distinguish between dermis and hypodermis or subcutaneous layer? Is that in the hypodermis or subcutaneous layer, you start to see body fat. So as soon as you see body fat or adipose tissue, the fat, then it is the subcutaneous layer or hypodermis. Of course, the body fat is for insulation against heat loss or gain, is to store energy. We learned about the basic function of the fat before. So this is the overview of the skin. And yes, potentially I can put this picture in the exam and I ask you to label them. Of course, the labeling of the skin pictures will be in terms of multiple choice. So you see that you have the epidermis in the top layer, you have the dermis in the middle layer, you have the subcutaneous layer at the bottom. Subcutaneous layer, starting in the subcutaneous layer, you see the body fat. And then you have all this. I can ask you, so you should study this as well.